Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Eco Investment Update for January 15th, 2017. And I hope that your new year is off to a banging start. Goodness knows, ever since Election Day, this market has really been on a tear until the last week. And now with tweets coming out of the president-elect's office and with a little bit of growing instability around the world, particularly as concerns Russia and discussions of how weak China's economy is, you can kind of feel like maybe you're standing on a couple ladders that are starting to get a little shaky here. Like maybe somebody's pushing the ladders. I'm a little bit concerned, as I've told you. I know one of my working theses has been that a market bubble, will only be popped with rising interest rates. But who knows? That's markets of the past. If the past is any guideline, it holds true. But there's a lot of different forces at work here in the economy now. There's all this trying to figure out, we don't have a track record per se, an economic track record on our president-elect Donald Trump. So it's all kind of, we're playing. It's like the big players, the banks, the business, the corporations, the General Motors, the Fords, the Apples. It's like they're playing a game of blind man bluff right now and trying to figure everything. They're trying to put their fingers all over the president-elect, figuratively speaking, to try to figure out where he comes down on economic policy. On the one hand, it's make America great again. And on the other hand, it's like, well, maybe free trade's not the way to make it great again. And we need to really get in there and do some socialist massaging on appealing to corporate consciences, if they have one, about what the shape of the future is going to be. The president-elect hasn't even taken office yet, and then but you have a media and an analytical analysis world that kind of acts like he's been president for months and years. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. It's the president who's been governing without even being formally installed into office, and you've kind of left Obama in the dust here as a result of that. But the point is, even before President-elect Trump takes office, it's like he's almost taking on a Teddy Roosevelt quality of being a Republican, but not a Republican in the sense of the Calvin Coolidge or the Herbert Hoover, the hands off, the business of America is business, and just stand clear of the machinery, and it'll all be good. We're talking about a president that really believes by fine tuning corporate decision making and taxation policy and currencies and geopolitical things that a better world can emerge for the United States and therefore the rest of the world. So it's very interesting. But now I'm sort of sensing that there's so many moving parts now. There's so many gears moving here that President-elect Trump slammed NATO today, and there's talk of a new missile deal with Russia. And then how is China handling a weakening economy? There's so many different moving parts here that, pardon me if I'm not real excited, and I think a lot of other people are starting to catch a little bit of a chill about investment markets right now as a result of all of this uncertainty. Now, if you've been to the racetrack, and I don't really like to use analogies. Okay, I do use analogies, but if you've been to the racetrack and you had a 9 race card and you've kind of run the table for the first 7 races through the feature 7 race, and you're getting to the eighth and ninth race, and they're starting to put junk out on the track, you're starting to think to yourself, maybe I'm pressing my luck a little bit here, and maybe I should just get up, have a beer for the road, and just get the hell out of here before the last couple races. This is kind of that sense that I get about investment markets right now. Gold and silver are starting to get a little bit of a flow to them now, which is always a concern for financial stability. And like I said, I've seen this movie before where a president takes office and then all of a sudden the trap door opens and the market just goes skittering. And then things basically go to a hell in a handbasket awful damn fast. Now, I hope that that doesn't happen. But I've taken steps to guard my positions, as you know, for the past few weeks and been basically out down to about maybe a 10 to 15% stock position and just steering clear of things that I am looking at, though, that are intriguing to me are natural gas. I'm looking at natural gas situations now. I'm not going to mention specific companies or mutual funds. It should just be enough to say, I think that there's value in natural gas these days, and we'll leave it at that. Okay, so I will see you in 2 weeks. January will be in the books. The old saw goes, as goes January, so goes the year. We shall see. Remember the old Chinese curse. May you live in interesting times. Do they get much more interesting than they are right now? See you in a couple weeks.